Happy Friday. It is a glorious day. Look at the air quality. That mountain looks like it's been on fire, but the rest of it here looks pretty damn good. We had that rainstorm come through, Wednesday, I think, this week. And whenever that happens, it does a really nice job of cleaning up the air and bringing down all the airborne contaminants and washing them all over ourselves. It's been a busy Friday already. I had about an hour, 10-minute conversation with the owner of the Sterling Caramel M5 that we inspected yesterday. And it looks like he has really, really high expectations for that car, which is excellent. That's what we like to see. So we're going to be digging into that. I've already gotten a healthy estimate written for him with a bunch of additions now that he's requested. Hopefully I'll have time today. If not, it's going to be on Monday. We've got another MPI today. Guy drove down from Humboldt, California, which is up near Oregon. It's on the northwest coast, say near Eureka, California. He drove down on Wednesday in the rain, dropped his car off, and he's out in Atlanta for a month doing some business work. So we have his M5 for a while. It's a 2000 jet black, also with a caramel interior. We'll be inspecting that today, delivering those results, and building a service plan for him moving forwards on Monday. Good evening. It is Friday night, and I still am not getting clips in during the day. I am trying. It is just taxing, as you've heard in these last videos where I stand out here and complain about everything. We're going to try to get better there. We're catching up on these videos. We're catching up on life. I've been back here for a couple weeks. We're making progress. Today was another MPI, this time the 2000 Jet Black on Caramel from Northwestern California up there on the coast. And that's a bit of an interesting car. He purchased the car with the understanding that the odometer reading is accurate at 53,000 and change miles. And it's not. We went through that car today very thoroughly on the 110-point inspection now. And at the end of it, I asked Alan, it's like, hey, what do you think the mileage is? And he's like, I think it's 200. I said the same thing. We look up the mileage in the EWS. It's 308,000 kilometers, I think, which is about 190,000 miles. So we're quite close there. So it's fraud. It's actually a felony in the United States to sell a car and misrepresent its mileage. And the important thing here is that the tamper dot is illuminated, which is the car telling you, hey, the cluster mileage doesn't match the mileage written to the DME and written to the LCM. So that's going to be a problem moving forwards. But the car needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of suspension attention. It needs brakes. The tires are okay. And it needs a fair bit of cosmetic work. So I've delivered those results to the customer. He's out in Georgia right now on East Coast time, so we'll probably touch base on Monday and see how he wants to proceed. But other than that, I mean, that was today. I checked in a lot of parts. I replied to people. I was on the phone a little bit today. Talked to the guy yesterday. We were working on building a service plan for his Sterling Caramel car. It's weird we don't see very many caramel interiors at all, and to do 2 MPIs on caramel cars back to back is kind of funny. On the way home today, I get like a quarter of the way home, going 85 miles an hour. It's nice, no sort of weather or anything. And then I get like drop, and then just bam, the floodgates open. I mean, it was a heavy rain for about 45 minutes. So everyone slows down to 55. There's accidents everywhere as we get closer. We're going like 35. People have their hazards, their flashers on. It was rough going there for a minute. And I realized I need Rain-X on that windshield. That's a pretty new windshield, new wiper blades. It works reasonably well, but the Rain-X totally changes the friction coefficient of water on the glass and allows it to bead. And after the wiper wipes, it's clear and you can see through it instead of streaks. And it's a tremendous difference. So I have some at the shop. I desperately need to apply that on Monday, especially on the 540 being the rain car. That's got to be done. But that's all I got today. We went to Naughty Barrel tonight, had a great dinner, came back, watched the rest of the Lakers Trailblazers game. It's the 3rd in-season tournament. That's a whole new thing. Lakers are 3-0 in the tournament. The rest of the game's not quite as good, but I don't even know how this format works. So we'll see what happens next. Apparently it's Tuesdays and Fridays. I didn't even realize that. Tomorrow's Saturday. If it's dry in the morning, perhaps we'll take the M5 over to Rancho Santa Fe if I'm awake and feeling alive and active tomorrow morning. My watch says it's 9:35, but it's not. It's later than that. It's like 11:15. So talk to you guys Saturday. Good night.